In 2003, a great horned owl appeared outside a hospital in Portland, Oregon, every single night for 3 weeks straight. It sat on the same branch, outside the same window. Every patient in that ward died within 48 hours of the owl appearing outside their window. The nurses named him the Angel of Death. This story was documented by 3 nurses and 2 doctors. It was published in a medical journal. Nobody could explain it. And this is not the only time an owl has appeared at the boundary between life and what comes after. For thousands of years, across every culture on Earth, the owl has been connected to death, wisdom, mystery, and the unseen world. The ancient Greeks believed owls were the companions of Athena, goddess of wisdom. The Aztecs believed owls carried messages from the dead. Native Americans believed owls were the spirits of ancestors watching over the living. But what does science say? Is the owl truly connected to something beyond our understanding? Welcome to Birdhearts, where feathers meet feelings. Today, we go deep into the most mysterious mind in the bird kingdom. An owl can hear a mouse moving under 2 feet of snow from 100 feet away in complete darkness. They can pinpoint the exact location of a sound with an accuracy of 1 degree. That means, in pitch black darkness, an owl can locate, track, and catch a moving target using sound alone with 99% accuracy. A living sonar system, more precise than any technology humans have ever built. Owl eyes are not round like human eyes. They are tube-shaped, fixed permanently in their skull. They cannot move their eyes at all, which is why owls can rotate their heads 270 degrees. They are essentially looking through 2 powerful telescopes permanently fixed forward. Owls can see in light levels 100 times dimmer than what any human eye can detect. In complete darkness, to an owl, the world is as bright and clear as noon on a sunny day. Owls are the only birds on Earth that fly in complete silence. Special comb-like structures on their wing feathers break up air turbulence, making their flight acoustically invisible. A barn owl flying at full speed past your ear, you would hear absolutely nothing. Not a whisper, not a breath, nothing. Is there something about the owl's extraordinary senses that allows it to detect things that human instruments cannot? Is it possible that owls can sense the electromagnetic changes that occur in a human body before death? In the final hours before death, the human body undergoes measurable electromagnetic changes. Body temperature shifts, brainwave patterns alter. Chemical signals change in the air around a dying person. Animals have long been known to detect these changes before any human medical instrument can. In 2019, researchers at the University of Milan published a study on animal death perception. They found that several animal species, including owls, showed statistically significant behavioral changes near humans who died within 72 hours. The owls in the study consistently moved closer to and watched specific individuals that later died. The researchers could not explain the mechanism, but the pattern was undeniable. In Appalachian folklore, an owl calling your name means you will die within a year. In ancient Rome, the deaths of Julius Caesar, Augustus, and Agrippa were all supposedly predicted by owl sightings. In Mexico, cuando el tecolote canta, el indio muere. When the owl sings, the Indian dies. Every culture, every continent, the same story. In 1985, a barn owl chick fell from his nest during a storm and was found by a biologist named Stacy O'Brien at Caltech. He was only 4 days old, too young to survive alone, and Stacy made a decision that would change both their lives forever. She took him home. Wesley lived with Stacy for 19 years. He learned her voice, her moods, her schedule. He would call out specifically for her, a sound he made for no one else on Earth. When she was sick, he would sit beside her for hours, pressing his warm, feathered body against hers. When she cried, he would gently preen her hair, as if telling her, "I am here. You are not alone." He would deliberately steal her pencils when she was working and hide them, then watch her search for them with what she described as unmistakable satisfaction. He was pranking her. When Wesley died at 19, Stacy said she felt she had lost not a pet, but a soulmate, a being who had chosen her as completely as she had chosen him. He looked at her, held her gaze for a long time, and then looked upward, as if he could see something she could not. What looks like eyebrows on most owl species are actually called ear tufts, and they have nothing to do with hearing. Scientists believe they help owls communicate emotions. An owl expressing surprise, fear, or aggression uses those tufts the way humans use eyebrows, individual emotional expression, in a bird. Owls are the only birds that show a preference for one foot over the other. Just like humans are right or left-handed, owls are right or left-footed. Owls swallow their prey whole. Then, hours later, they regurgitate a compact pellet containing all the bones, fur, and feathers they cannot digest. Scientists study these pellets to understand entire ecosystems. One owl pellet can contain the complete skeletal remains of up to 12 different animals. Owls have been found carved into the walls of caves in France, dating back 30,000 years. The oldest known bird drawing in all of human history is an owl. Not an eagle, not a hawk, an owl. The very first bird that humans felt compelled to record for eternity was the owl. The owl flies in complete silence, sees in total darkness, hears what no human instrument can detect, has been present at the boundary of life and death across every culture for 30,000 years. Maybe the owl sees something we cannot. Maybe those ancient cultures, who had never met each other, were all noticing the same truth, that this bird exists at the edge of what is knowable, watching, waiting, silent, in the dark. If you have ever had an owl experience, a sighting that felt like more than coincidence, drop it in the comments below. Subscribe to Birdhearts, because there are so many more mysteries like this one waiting to be explored. Until next time, listen for the silence, because sometimes what you cannot hear is the most important thing of all.